Hey everybody, it's Shawn Tubbs here. Welcome back to my studio. I've got another pedal to show you. This one is the Visual Sound Route 66 American Overdrive. It's a dual pedal. The right side of the pedal is a compressor and the left side of the pedal is an overdrive. It's got quite a few features. On the right side of the pedal, the comp side, it gives you three controls: comp, tone, and volume. So comp being the amount of compression, tone is the overall tone of the compressor, and then of course volume is the output of the compressor side. It also gives you a clean mix, so you can mix in your clean to your compressed sound should you wish to do so. It also allows you to bypass the tone completely should you wish to do so, which is great. And also it has a gate that's extremely usable if you're in a kind of a noisy stage situation where you've got a lot of field issues or single coil pickups, things like that. You could turn that on and it would pretty much solve that problem for you. On the left side, the overdrive side, you've got three knobs. You've got a drive knob for the overall amount of drive, treble control, and volume for the output of the overdrive channel. This side also has a clean mix, so you can blend in your clean sound, as well as a bass knob that allows you to roll in varying amounts of bass in and out. It also has a voice switch, A and B, which we'll get into later on in the demo. The pedal also has the Visual Sound Forever switches, which are fabulous. They last forever. Both sides of the pedal are buffered. That can be turned on or off via dip switches on either side of the pedal, or you can just switch it. If you shut the buffer off, you switch to true bypass switching, which is a great feature. And the last thing is you've got several outputs on the back of the pedal. There's 4 of them. And when you plug into this pedal on the right side at the input, it routes straight from the right side to the left side. So your compressor is going to be going into your overdrive and then out. Should you wish to change that, you can. You can plug into the overdrive side first and route that into your compressor and back out. Or you could set this up so that it routes individually into, say, a digital switcher or whatever else you've got going. But yeah, it's a great pedal, lots of features on it, very versatile. So without further ado, let's check it out. It's the Visual Sound Route 66 American Overdrive. Welcome back. Let's get started on this Route 66 pedal. I'm going to use a Sir Telecaster and the Sir Badger 30 amplifier. So here is my amp sound. We're going to get started with the left side of the pedal, which is the overdrive. Nice sounding overdrive. Some compression there, but not so much. It's still fairly immediate at the same time. That's the back position pickup. Just real quick, I'll play a front position. And that feels really nice too, and that's without touching anything on the box. So it seems to respond pretty well, neck or bridge. Okay, so let's just look at it real quick. The drive and treble and volume are fairly self-explanatory as far as what they do. I'll go ahead and just play a straight tone for you, something simple, and I'll just go ahead and sweep the drive first. So a pretty good amount of gain to be had should you want to dime it and get that amount of gain. And of course the amp is dialed fairly clean too, so always keep that in mind if you're wanting to get more gain out of an overdrive box. Sometimes just go ahead and put the amp into a little bit more of a broken setting and you'll get more gain. Now let me do the same thing with the treb circuit. Here's the treb all the way off. Here is the treb at 12 o'clock. And here is the treb dimed. Of course, the volume is the overall volume for that side of the box. So I'll shut it off real quick. Amp tone, drive tone. So that's almost unity. I'll bump it a little bit more. Now there's also a couple controls on here that are really useful, the little mini potentiometers. The first one is the clean mix, and as you can see I've got it mixed a little more towards the drive side of the box, so there's a little bit of the clean guitar in there. So let me just show you really quick how that sounds all the way over with just the box itself without mixing in. So this will just be the overdrive sound without mixing in any of the guitar's amp or clean sound. So the box has a really nice character in and of itself, but if you're wanting to bring some of your guitar's character into it, then you can start kind of mixing that in. I'll go ahead and put it just dead center so you can hear it. Now I'll put it all the way the other way. Now it's just the overdrive. So you can hear you get a little bit more stringiness, which is what I kind of dig. I like it somewhere in the middle of that. And then of course you have a bass control, which is going to allow you to roll in or out the desired amount of bass on this side of the box. So I'll go ahead and roll that all the way off. Sorry, I've got the sniffles. Here's 12 o'clock. Here's around 3 o'clock. And here's the bass dimed. So that's super useful. You know, if you're playing in a trio, you might want to roll some more low end into your tone, which would be awesome. Or you might want to back it off. Now on the voice switch, that's a little more subtle. I'll go ahead and just switch back and forth. On the A side, which is what it's on right now, you've got a little bit more, I would say, mid presence. On the B side, it's slightly more scooped. So let's start on the B side, and I'll just play a simple chord. Here's the A side. So you've definitely got more of a mid presence on the A side. The B side is a little softer. Very subtle, but definitely a usable feature on this box. So that's pretty much all the features on the drive side of the box. Let's go ahead and visit the compressor side of the box. Now with the compressor side of the box, it's certainly more of a raw style comp. It's not this totally transparent comp. It's what I would call a character comp, similar to like an old MXR Dynacomp, or as I mentioned, the Ross comp. Here's a middle position on the guitar, clean. And what I use this for is, I don't use compressors a lot as far as an on all the time thing, but I do use them when I need kind of a clean telly, or if I'm doing a 12-string pass, especially live where I've got the amp dialed maybe a little bit more dirty, but I really need it to clean up a bit for certain songs. These style compressors work really well. So here is just the amp and guitar tone middle position. So you can hear it's breaking it up a little bit. Here's the comp. Now that's lowering the volume just a little bit. I can just bump the volume knob, which is the output, and get it a little closer to unity. Let's go through some of the features just real quick. You can see that it's very, or hear that it's very usable. Okay, so the compression is exactly what you think it is. It's the amount of compression that you're adding to the signal of the guitar. So I'll go ahead and just roll that really quick for you. So as you can hear, you can get a pretty sick amount of compression if you really want that, especially if you're needing like clean sustain. You could roll that up. It's great for that. The tone right now, there's a really cool feature on this box that allows you to just bypass the tone completely, which is how it's set right now. Here's the box off. Here's the compressor on. So that's with the tone circuit off. Let me go ahead and just turn it on, and I'll sweep it for you. So the way it's set right now, that's how it sounds with it on. Here's the tone circuit bypassed. So it's very useful if you're wanting, in my case, sometimes I'll dial my amps live a little bit darker because I'm doing a bunch of rock tones, but then I need that one kind of brighter tone. That's where I like to have a tone knob, because I can get a lot of just tonal spectrum out of my rig without multiple amps. Tone at 12, and here's the tone dimed. Here's the box off. Here's the box on. There's also a function on here that's very similar to what's happening on the left side of the box. You can do a clean mix. So Let's say you're doing kind of a squishier comp setting. But you're wanting to mix in a little bit of your guitar so it's not just total squish city. You can go ahead and start blending that in. So here's the tone with the mix all the way on, so it's all compressor. Now I'll start blending my guitar signal into it. So it's still fairly clean, but it's giving you a more natural compression, or what would be considered a more transparent compression. So yeah, a very useful feature. The last thing on the pedal is there's a gate on the pedal. And the gate's not on the pedal because it's a noisy pedal. It's really there just to kind of help you out if you're in a situation where you're experiencing a lot of single coil, just kind of field hum. And even this guitar, these are true single coil, so it makes a little bit of noise. The gate's off. Let me see if I can get some noise. So you can hear that we're getting rid of quite a bit of noise should you need to do that, and it's pretty transparent. I haven't found that it really affects the tone much at all. Gate off, here's the gate on. So that's all guitar. If I roll the volume off, it goes away, right? Things like that you can only really blame on your single coil pickups. That's just what they do. So a feature like this is certainly handy. So the last thing I can think of to show you guys real quick is just how the compressor sounds into the overdrive. So here's the overdrive. Now let's go ahead and hit the front end of the overdrive with the compressor. So you can hear that it kind of rounds out all those kind of rough edges, and if you are a guy that likes to have your compressor on all the time, this certainly works well. And the other thing you can do is hit it harder. You can go ahead and turn up the output of the compressor, which is going to hit the input of that overdrive harder. So it'll give it a little bit more gain. Now keep in mind, as you start pushing you know, a compressor hard into an overdrive, it is going to create a little bit more of a noise floor, but it's a cool feature. If you want to use it. Just real quick, the one thing I didn't show you is that on the overdrive side of the box, if you roll the mix all the way to the left, you're going to get basically just clean boost. So it's going to take the drive circuit out. So now the only thing that's going to work is the master volume of the drive circuit. So if you wanted to hit your amp harder, you could. So that's just hitting the front end of the amp really, really hard. So that's another really useful feature on the pedal that I really like. So that's pretty much it. That is the Route 66. Very versatile pedal, a great pedal if you're a guy that just wants to take like one pedal and a delay to a gig, or a modulation effect, or whatever you would choose. This box would work really, really well. If you've got any further questions about it, go to visualsound.net. Thanks again for checking out my videos, and I look forward to showing you guys another one soon.